Welcome to part 24 of the Digital DJ Tips Learn to DJ free email course. This video is accompanying part 24 of the course, so you need the rest of the materials as well to get the most from it. And if you're not already receiving the course, I'll tell you how to do it now. Go to digitaldjtips.com/join. You can give your name and email address. We won't use your name and email address for anything other than keeping you in touch with what's going on here at Digital DJ Tips. And each week you will receive a module of the course completely free with forum discussion, a quote from a top DJ, information and further reading, as well as a link to a video just like this. So it's well worth signing up to get all 50 parts delivered to you in small bite-sized weekly chunks. So that's enough about the course. Let's talk about our subject matter for the day, which is on-demand music services, and I'm going to use two examples. The main one is Spotify. If you can't get Spotify where you live, or you want to try one of the other services, please, they're all pretty similar. Spotify is the one I use, and that's what I'm going to talk about. So why would you use such a service? Well, we've already talked about getting to hear as much music as possible, expanding your musical horizons, using stuff like online radio, going out to hear DJs, using Shazam to find names of tunes, all that stuff. Getting that input, getting something into your system. So when you've got the name of a new track, or the name of a new artist, or a record label you like the sound of, or a new compilation you like the sound of, when you've got that flagged in your head, in your system, this is where your on-demand music services come in. And I'll tell you exactly how I use it, and hopefully you'll see the worth of having one in your particular DJ discovery system. So I will now go to Spotify and I'll type the name of that artist into the search box. Click enter and it will throw up a whole load of tracks by the artist or from the label or whatever. And I'll just star them all. In on-demand music services like Spotify, you can click play me all the tracks I've starred. And that is what you're going to be using day to day to listen to music in order to narrow it down to a shortlist. When you hear something you like, drag it to a folder that you've set up called My Shortlist. If you hear something if you hear something you don't like, take the star off. Simple. So now you're filtering all that music that you'll potentially find stuff in that you'll like, nuggets of gold. When it's just before your DJ gig, go to the folder that you've marked shortlist and listen to all that music really well. Listen to it loud. Decide if you want to buy it. At that stage, you've expanded your horizons to get loads of music into this big bucket full of stuff from artists and labels and compilations that you quite like the sound of. You've given it all a quick listen, you've shortlisted stuff that you might like, and then you've given that stuff a proper audition by listening to it loud. And the beauty of using something like Spotify is you can do that on your smartphone, you can do it on your work computer, you can do it on your home computer. Any way you can get a Spotify app, you can be being a DJ, you can be doing your work as a DJ. So I love it because you can listen to music so much on it in all those places where you maybe couldn't before. At that stage, I head over to iTunes and buy the music. You can actually buy it within Spotify and a lot of the other apps as well. But that's the beauty of on-demand music services. They fit between the early stages of becoming aware of an artist or a band or a producer and the late stages of buying the odd tune to add to your collection. And I'm a big believer in not having a very big record collection. These services can sit in the middle and save you having to buy stuff and then work out if you like it or not. You can do all the working out on playlists and starred lists within an on-demand music service. Spotify costs €10. I don't know how many dollars, but it's not much, it's an equivalent amount. I think it's 10 UK pounds as well a month. I think there is a free version with limited listening. I think it's money well spent. As I say, there are other services as well, but here's another tip. If you can't afford it, or if you live in an area of the world where you can't get such a service, I'm well aware that a lot of our viewers and a lot of our subscribers are in places where you can't get these services. YouTube is a great down and dirty push in. YouTube has got nearly all the world's music on it as well, because people just upload it, as we all know. And you can listen to music, you can also have favourites lists and folders on YouTube as well, so you can do roughly the same thing. It's not quite as elegant, it's not quite as easy to use, but it does the job really well, and it's free. So YouTube will shoe in where you can't get or afford an on-demand music service. So we've finished music discovery. I'm looking forward to moving on to the next section of this course next week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.